Morning. So just thought I'd show you that I'm going to start finally building this wall. Got a tiny little window in the weather here at the moment. There's more rain coming later on. So I just want to start getting a few base stones down on the dry corner here, working my way forward. I'll just show you where it's up to at the moment. So as you can see, I've just put some guidelines in as to where the wall is going to be sitting. And yeah, as I say, I'm just going to literally run from here straight across there. Just, I'd say the wettest area is just the other side over there. It's just still quite wet at the moment, where we've had so much rain, even rained last night. So, but I'd say this is just a little bit drier here. I just want to start getting some of these huge, great base stones in, so we can get cracking with it. Once they get up off the floor and all that, it won't be so bad. You know, even with a little bit of mud along here, it will soon trample all down. But yeah, just keen to get it going, because I know we go on about the weather a lot, but it does govern what we can do inside and outside. So yeah, so just excited to get going with it, throw myself at it, and get this pile going down finally. Morning. Just thought I'd show you how far I'm getting on with the wall at the moment. It started to rain a bit yesterday, so I took the camera in out the way. You'll see that I'm all in my waterproofs actually, so it's not because it's raining. It's a beautiful day today, but it's just gets so muddy here and all that. When you're picking the stones and everything up, you're just getting it absolutely plastered. So yeah, I might look a bit ridiculous, but it's for a reason. Saves me getting too muddy. So yeah, just want to show you where I'm up to at the moment. Let's pan you around. Managed to get a lot of the base stones in along this wall at the moment, at least to the gateway just over there. As you can see, the ground is extremely muddy and sloppy, where I've been walking backwards and forwards, and I say again, we had rain last night as well, which has just turned it into a bit of a sloppy mess. But yeah, I just wanted to show you how we're progressing forward. Let's get back here a bit so I can actually show you what's happening a bit. So you can see what I've done here so far. That is obviously the corner. That will then be going up there. That wall right there will be coming down as we continue going up the other side of the garden. So that will marry onto this this new corner here that we're creating. But so yeah, managed to get all these base stones in. There's some very big stones along there I've actually lost, especially just one. Just trying to point it in the right place, just there. And yeah, that was a massive stone. It took 2 of us to move that one into place. But so I'm just trying to lose the big ones at the bottom, so we're not struggling too much putting them up too high. And obviously putting them up too high anyway, you're likely to make the wall a little bit top heavy. So always try and keep the larger stones at the base. One, it gives you a really good solid foundation, and to build the wall up. And I say 2, it just stabilizes it nicely. So you can see, as I say, I started to build it. We had a lot of people saying how I build walls and how do you start, what's the process, and you know, right or wrong and all that. You know, I've built walls over the years and all that for different people and things like that, and even ourselves. And it's the way I do it. You know, it's slightly different over here because you infill in the centre and like with smaller stones. And whereas when I have done it in the past, I've used earth, things like that to fill in the gaps inside the wall, which again just stabilises it all. But it still works really well over here. We're just putting all the smaller stones in the middle. Just show you what I'm doing here. So you can see here, I lift it up a bit. So this is our outside edge here, where we're just looking, and this is our inner edge, which will be going all the way along there, along the strings. Let's say yeah, two-sided edge, and in the middle there, I'm just infilling with smaller stones as we go along. Now, what I find is the key is like just constantly looking. You know, you're looking as you've placed one stone. You're looking at areas like, okay, this one here is a good shape that will fit into there nicely. Just trying to find a prime example here. So you've got ones like this here, and you can see they've married up lovely and tidy together. And here as well, it just continues through and all that, and it gives you a nice platform then to place your next stone on top. Let's say ideally, you don't want it all stacking on top of each other. If you can, like, cross it over as you go along, you're basically building the strength up on the wall to build it all up nice and firm and hopefully not to come down. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. It's a slow old process, to be honest, because I say you spend half your time looking for the right stone. If every stone was just right in front of you and all that, you know, I'd have this put up really quick. But say a lot of the time is just identifying the right stone for the location that you want it to go in, infilling behind, and obviously because we're doing a double-sided wall, we're working on 2 sides, not just the one up against a bank or anything. So it just makes it a little bit more difficult because obviously you want a nice finish on both sides. Let's say I am struggling with the mud today. It's a right mess. So yeah, that's where we're up to. But I say yeah, we put some really big stones in here. So this one here was absolutely massive. It's yeah, real. It was quite an achievement to get that one in yesterday. But as I say, you can see where it's coming through now. It's starting to take shape already, and it's surprising actually once you actually start that you actually can, you know, change the, you know, the image of it very, very quickly. Once you get off that base level, it starts to take shape. So yeah, I'll put you on the stand and just sort of try and pick a few more stones up and see if we can place them in, and yeah, see how we get along with it. But it will be nice to finish this wall one day. I'll try and move over to the tripod so I don't fall over. It won't be very popular if I just drop the camera in the mud. So let me put the camera on the tripod, spin you around. So as I say, you're just trying to find stones that just look right for the location. It's just about, you know, as I say, getting it right, and as soon as you see one you go, yes, that's the one that we need to put there. And sometimes you might need to just pack it out slightly, just because obviously not every stone is true and flat and square. If it was like that, it'd be a real simple process. So sometimes you just got to pack it out slightly, either with a thin piece of stone, because obviously we're not using earth in the middle, so just to level it all out, and then when you place your next stone on top of that, it holds that all in place nice and firmly. Ideally you want stone touching stone, and then as it builds together, it just builds strength as it goes higher and higher. What you don't want is wobbly stones, because even when you've put a stone on top and it's still wobbly, if that stone tends to fall out or roll out, you've then got an opportunity then for that section of the wall to start coming down. So let's see how we get on. Right, so I am now trying to find different stones for certain areas. So straight away you see a stone and you just automatically think that's going to go lovely in an area where you're working it. So like I said, it's just trying to find the right one that you sort of think looks really good. In my opinion, the less gaps you can have, the better. It just looks nicer in my opinion. Sometimes you get one that's just like near enough made to fit, you know, it's like it's been chiseled out to fit in that location, even though you haven't. It just fits straight away and it just goes in, and nice and simple. But you just look at it, I say you spend half your time looking for the right stone, to be honest. You don't want round stones if you can help it. We're quite fortunate, a lot of these stones are quite flat. So it's just trying to find the right one that you sort of think, yeah, that would look right there, or the sort of profile, I suppose that's what you're looking at, is what it's all down to, really. Just try and get a good mix as well. You don't want like too many small ones in one location. You want a nice mix, so when you stand back and look at the wall, it doesn't look too like clumpy in areas, if that makes sense. You know, if you have like too big a stone, it just stands out all the time, your eye is drawn to that, whereas like, oh, you've put loads of big stones in one location, with try and spread them out so you've got a good old mix. To me it just looks nicer, but you can see the strength coming in the wall already. It's already coming together really well. I'd say it's just time consuming because you're constantly looking for the right piece of stone to go in that next location, and that is half the battle. The easy bit is placing it in its place where it fits, but it does make your arms ache though after a while. I must be getting older. I used to do this, lift stones, and didn't even think about it. But now I do it, and I say last night I felt like my arms were pumping because they were constantly in use yesterday. Like I said, I don't know if this is totally the correct way of doing it, but I say it works for me. It's coming up nice and stable. To me, it's looking nice. It's going to look absolutely amazing when it's done. And yeah, it's just trying to get the right stones for the location, which I'm struggling to find now, to be honest. I'll try not to knock the camera off as well, because you're actually balanced on some stones. Jade wouldn't be very happy if I knocked the camera off into the mud. I don't know if she'd find it funny or not, but I don't know, I'd probably be more annoyed than she would actually. As you can see, I'm constantly, when I've placed a stone, I'm constantly packing it up again. So you're basically bringing the level up. You don't want to build your outside edges too high without putting anything down below, because you can't really get your hands down there once you've packed it in, and two, it just gives it more stability as you come up. If you're constantly building your level right across as you come up, it will become really strong very quickly. So I'm constantly, as I go up a little bit, pack any little gaps. I've got so many little stones here and all that came out. One, I want to get rid of it all as much as possible. We know there's going to be probably a bit of stone left over, because the whole wall was just, it was so wide in places. It's seriously wide, and we don't need it that wide. Why they built it that big, I do not know. And then, as you saw before, it was all over the place. We already look back and think how much we've cleared, and you forget already, like this area we couldn't even get into, all the trees on the wall and everything, and you just forget really, really quickly. Really quickly. So you can see straight away that I flipped her. Hopefully you can see it, not my back to you. But I put a stone down then. I wasn't happy with it because it looked better up the other way. So because of the slight angle on the face, even though it sat nice on the actual stones here, I turned it over. It gives us a much nicer edge. You don't really need to worry about the inside, because all that's going to disappear. You know, what I've laid at the bottom there already is you don't even see it. All you're interested in is the two face edges, and then once you get up to the top, finish the top off nicely. So yep, happy with that one. As I say, you can see I'm constantly trying to overlap each gap, so you don't want your stones all coming up in one column all the way along. Just constantly interlap the join, so to speak, of the one that you've just placed. You'll spend your complete time picking stones up, putting them back down, because you put it down thinking, you put it on the wall thinking, yeah, that's the one I need, and then you put it down and it just doesn't look right. So you put it down, try and look for another one. I don't know if my OCD kicks in, because I put stones down and a lot of people go, yeah, that'll do. And I'm like, nope, not right. So you try something different. But it's good fun. I enjoy doing it. It's tiring, but very, very rewarding. It's nice to be doing something like this for yourself for a change, rather than doing it for someone else, which I've done in the past. And people don't appreciate how much hard work it actually takes to do it. You know, if you're just starting on a blank canvas, all the stones in a pile, you've got an edge all dug and cleared out, no roots to clear anything, nice and easy. But what we've had to do to get here has been a mammoth task. I've been saying to Jade for a long time that building the actual wall back up is the easy bit. Yes, you've got to move every stone again, and it will be every stone that I move, but it's not a race. So don't think you lot are thinking this wall's going to be all done in a couple of days, because it won't be. But what it is doing is it's starting to really transform again, and one, it'll make this area, dare I say it, where the chickens are going to be, a nice area again, and it'll also start to seclude the garden again. Can you hear me walking around in all this mud? It's just, ugh. I know you're all waiting for me to fall over in it. But like I said, if you've never tried anything like this before, don't be scared to do it. You know, worst case, you start again, you know, or you just go slowly and allow that to do it as you go along. It's not a competition, is it? So what you might want to do in a wall might be totally different to what I'm doing here, or you know, you might want yours to look nicer or a different way, like different stones or things like that, or let's say again, packing it out as I go along, so make sure the stone is nice and firm, so then when you place your top one on top of that, it then firms that up even more. So as I say, down here you've got a lovely solid wall coming up, which is what you want. Then it will last years and years and years without it falling down again, or people planting trees in them or things like that. We can't believe people planted all these trees in there. I know some of them were like saplings and things like that, which had self-seeded, but why they just left them, I do not know. It just doesn't make sense to me. Never mind. See, told you, you're just constantly picking up stones and putting them down again because you're like, nope, doesn't fit. And what's the worst thing is, obviously, because you've got a big pile here, you can't constantly see what's at the bottom or underneath. So you're just picking what you can see without moving the pile totally. We've tried to sort these out a little bit, where we had big stones at the front, little baby ones at the back for the infill, because obviously the big ones you don't want to be lifting too far. So the more you can just sort of move them into place, the easier it is. And that's how we found out yesterday, just those. We just kept them as close as we possibly could to ourselves to make life easier. The last thing you want to do doing this is put your back out. But like I said, it is really rewarding. Once you get going with it, it's quite satisfying, because you can really see the progress. Yeah, we've been waiting to start this for weeks, and even though now it's just so wet and muddy, there's more rain coming later, and but I just said that I just had to get on with it. You know, as long as I'm not getting absolutely soaked out here, I'm fine to get on with it, to be honest. Looking good. Right. So as you can see, I'm constantly looking for the right stone in different areas and things like that, and just trying to build up a certain section and then start to level up. We're probably going to come up to probably about this height, I reckon. So I'm not far off halfway at this point already. We don't want it too high, you know, over that side going up there. The wall's up here, and then it just drops again. So we're just going to level it all out, and I say this will be a nice level going all the way across at one height. So yeah, I would reckon about here. That's what I'm thinking. So, and then the other side of that, we're looking to possibly put some shrubs along here and things like that. Just manageable ones that, you know, look right from the cottage, look right against the wall, but not too overpowering that they're going to take over.
So Darren's been really busy this week. He's done all of the work. I've literally just been keeping him topped up with snacks and coffee.
Coffee. And flapjack. You made flapjack this week.
I did make flapjack this week. So just thought we'd give you a quick update as to where we are, or what Darren's done so far building the wall. And I think he's doing a marvellous job. The wall of stones is coming down, but you can see what he's done so far. We're getting quite close to...
Well, we got the top of height already, haven't we?
Yeah. And then you'll see where we're putting a nice little curve in to make a nice little pathway into the garden. And the rock that you can sort of see sat at the highest just here on the corner, that's going to be the height of the wall. So we didn't want it as high as it was before, because we're thinking that there might possibly be like a nice little seating area here in the corner.
Yeah.
Because this area here actually gets the sun all day, especially in the summer.
Yeah.
So as soon as the sun rises in the summer, this area here gets the sun all day.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'd be a nice height, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'll say we're just going to take a string across from this stone, going back along.
Yeah.
And it'll give us a nice height then, probably sort of waist height to me, I reckon, going all the way along.
Yeah, whereas before it was more like...
Oh, it was up to your sort of chest, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was just way over the top.
So I think while we're going through the stone and, you know, the pile is going down, we are going to have quite a lot left. But...
Yeah, but we'll use that in other places with, you know, there's lots of other areas of wall around the property that needs...
So this wall here is in pretty bad shape. And we think that will probably have to get redone.
Yeah.
But that wall is well, it's non-existent and really narrow.
And it's sort of, yeah, it literally drops to nothing as you go up further. Where the
Yeah.
trees have grown up through that again, it's just the wall's nothing.
So that's where we'll probably lose some more stone.
Another build.
And we're thinking the seating area might just have a very low level.
Yeah, like an entrance type wall thing to
Into
sort of,
it.
yeah, to
Yeah.
section it off.
But Darren's been out here in all weathers trying to get it done.
Yeah.
It was bitterly cold yesterday, and we've got
But I kept going.
we've got some dry days coming up, but cold. It says feels like -4 on a couple of days, doesn't it?
Yeah, we had heavy rain last night, didn't we?
Yeah, so it's not really drying out very quick at the moment. It's still pretty boggy, and obviously where Darren's walking up and down, it just makes it
Look worse.
yeah. But we've got some, like I said, we've got some dry days, so hopefully once we start sort of getting this pile down, because I think that is kind of stopping it from draining. So this is actually our soak away, so this is where all the water should go, but I think the stones are stopping the water from draining on top of
Yeah, and a lot of it is surface water that's just been running off, isn't it?
the bog that we've created.
We've had torrential rain, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been really heavy.
Really, really heavy.
So that's where we're at.
Yeah, it's coming together well.
It's probably going to take a couple more videos to get it all completed.
Yeah.
And then obviously this is just one half of it.
Yeah.
But I think Darren's doing...
Yeah, we're getting
It
there with
looks
that one.
great.
Yeah, it does.
You know, there were areas of that wall before that didn't look too bad, but I think what you've done, it just looks amazing.
Well, time, like I said, time it's aged again. You got bits of moss on there, but time it starts to really
Gets
age.
mossy again.
Yeah, it'll just look all natural, like it's been there for years again.
Yeah, give it that real cottage look again.
Yeah. But no, it's looking nice.
It's looking really good. Every time I came out to bring you a cup of coffee, I was just like, it looks really good.
What's made it quite slow is because it's not just one-sided. You're doing a face both sides, so it looks nice from the garden side and this side. Whereas if you were just building into like a bank or something, you've just got one side to worry about facing, and you would build it up really quickly. But because I'm working in, it's probably about that wide, isn't it, the wall?
Yeah.
Because you're working with two faces.
So that it looks nice when you're looking at it from the cottage as well as from this end.
It just takes a little bit more time because you're making sure the stone is right and looks nice on both sides.
Yeah, because while we're here in this area quite a bit, and this is the area that we overlook with the caravan, there is going to come a day where actually we're not going to be here and we're going to be in the cottage, and it needs to look nice from that angle,
that side as well. Yeah,
more so.
Yeah,
eventually.
Yeah. So no, happy with it.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it's really boggy. I nearly fell over.
Go on, Jade, fall over. Good for ratings.
So that's where we've got to this week, guys.
Everyone's laughing at you because they think, go on, Jade, fall over.
I did the other day though.
Yes, you did. Yeah. Jade went flying, and then I went flying 5 minutes later.
We were pulling out the stumps, and I grabbed hold of a bit of it was quite a thick branch where it was just pretty rotten, and I went back. I was covered head to toe in mud. I was laughing so hard.
I laughed after a few seconds because you never laugh at your wife when she's fallen over, but once I knew you were okay, I just burst out laughing.
And then literally not even 5 minutes later, Darren did exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't even stop to see if it was all right.
Like I just slow motion, wasn't it?
Just laughed because it was just so funny that you laughed at me.
Yeah, you didn't ask if I was all right, did you? You just laughed.
You just laughed at me, and then I was just like laughing back. So yeah, it was a good week. Anyway.
Things we do.
Yeah. So hopefully Darren's explained. We've had quite a lot of comments of sort of asking how to build this wall. Hopefully Darren's explained the process.
I tried to put it in sort of basic terms. As I was saying to Jade, it's hard to do something that you've done before and describe it, where to me it's just like, I do this, do that, do that, do this. To actually say it on a camera and go, this is what I'm doing, I hope it's come across all right. But it's not difficult, everyone. And I say, don't be scared to try it yourselves.
Yeah.
Hardest thing is lifting the heavy stones around.
And the thing is if you put a stone somewhere and actually eventually you don't like it, you can just take it off and move it. Yeah. So yeah, good luck with everyone who's building their walls. I know there's quite a few people in the comments that said, oh, I've got to build a wall, and looking forward to seeing.
Send us some pictures. Yeah, send us pictures over.
So hopefully it's not been too boring for you watching Darren build this wall. We're really pleased with how it's turned out. So hopefully this video will get a like. And if you're not already subscribed, it'd be really lovely if you did.
Yeah.
We've had lots of new subscribers lately, and they seem to be enjoying the content. So if you're here, thank you ever so much. We appreciate it. And well, we'll see you
next
week. Bye.
Bye.